Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sundays with Sprinkles podcast. As always, I'm your host, Brett Sprinkle, and joined with me, as always, is Tyler Sprinkle and Brandon Shanahan. We do have a new face in here today, Brooke Byrne. Brooke's been a friend of Tyler's and Brandon since high school. He does other podcasts with them. He is our resident betting expert here at Cornhusker Connection. And a couple hours ago, Tyler texted me and said, "Hey, I think we need a Chiefs perspective because we're kind of anti-Chiefs on this podcast." My answer to that was, I don't give a fuck about that. But I like Brooke. Brooke's a good guy. He's kind of funny, so we can have him on anyway. Brooke, how are you?
Doing great. Glad to be here. First time, long time.
Awesome. Tyler, you had something you wanted to say to Brandon? Or sorry, Brooke?
Yeah, so Brooke was definitely a late addition, and so I gave him a call 2 hours ago, and he said the funny thing is I was at work watching Reba tape to see how she sings, so I can try to time the national anthem. And I said,
let's go. I just wanted to get a feel, dude. That's the most electric bet of Sunday is the over-under on the anthem. Because who gives a shit about the anthem? Any other day of the year.
Yeah, America sucks, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, sure. Okay.
I seem to believe, or I think I remember on one of our other podcasts how somebody was saying I was pro-terrorism, but at least I don't hate the national anthem like Brooke does. So
I just don't hate it. I just don't care for it.
R.I.P. Toby Keith.
R.I.P.
So we're gonna have a hologram of him singing the national anthem instead of Reba.
That would just be
kind of electric. But instead of the anthem, it's just Red Solo Cup.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That'd be kind of dope. I like that a lot.
As long as we're throwing around ideas that change the anthem, we might as well just go with First Day Out by T. Grizzly.
Hell yeah.
You're praying on my downfall.
Yeah. Well, it is Super Bowl week, and we are here discussing the Super Bowl. The award show, we're definitely taping this after the award show. Lamar Jackson, congrats on MVP. Everybody clap for Lamar. Coach of the Year. Tyler, who won Coach of the Year?
It was Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, congratulations, Kyle! Congratulations, Brooke. Please tell me, I forgot who won Comeback Player of the Year. I don't know if I caught that one. Okay, well, he's not going. No idea. Well, he's going along. He's not going along with a bit. Yeah, so we actually are taping this before. So if any of those predictions were wrong, it's going to be okay. We're here talking about the Super Bowl, all things Niners and Chiefs. Boys, first off, any thoughts right off the bat?
I want to hear what Brooke has to say about the Chiefs.
All right, Brooke, give it to me.
Listen, I have been saying I thought the Chiefs were going to lose to Buffalo and then Baltimore. Both of them fucked it up royally, I think, because this is the most vulnerable the Chiefs have looked of the last 5 or 6 years. In my mind, if the Chiefs are going to win, they have to win in 2 spots. It's the turnover battle and then the secondary against San Francisco's wide receivers. If we win those 2 areas, I think we win the game.
So my question for you then is, are you not afraid of Christian McCaffrey?
I'm afraid of him, but in the same way that Spagnuolo took Lamar's running ability out of it, I think he'll have something dialed up for that. And he's just very much, after what I've been reading and hearing, it feels like he's going to try to take McCaffrey away as much as you can and make other people beat him. And which is all, you can really ask for, because once McCaffrey gets loose, then you're kind of boned.
Interesting. So, Brandon, Brooke is talking about Spagnuolo taking away Christian McCaffrey's ability to run. Do you think he's overlooking Brock Purdy's ability to run and scramble downfield and be Lamar Jackson?
When you have a quarterback that special, there's really so much that you can – only so much you could do. You try to limit his weapons and try to limit his help. Because at the end of the day, if you get beat by Brock Purdy, you get beat by Brock Purdy. You make peace with that. But you really try to make it as difficult for him as possible.
So, Brooke, I want to fill you in here. If you didn't know, Brandon Shanahan is the expert on Brock Purdy, all things Brock Purdy. He's pushing a narrative right now that Brock Purdy is the best quarterback in the league. Is that what we're saying?
I'm just saying don't let him win this one.
I mean, pushing it well. I mean, I know we're getting close to Super Bowl, so people are grasping at strings, but I mean, it's made its way onto the radio hall. You know what I mean?
I think it's just when you look at all the success that Patrick Mahomes has had and the legacy that he's built, you just look at
System
everything that he's
quarterback.
done. I mean, so early, his first year as a rookie gets thrown in due to injury, leads his team to the championship. His arm falls off, so they can't win that game. And then Patrick Mahomes is in the Super Bowl year 2. Are you kidding me? And no, that's Brock Purdy. That's exactly what he's done already. And I mean, boy, if he can dethrone Patrick Mahomes before he can complete this dynasty, I mean that would be everything for me.
It's hard to take a guy like that serious. I mean, like there's just no way he believes that.
No, I want you to know he believes that wholeheartedly.
So there's a little hyperbole there, but
don't say. Stick to your guns.
Well, no. Well, here's what happens is that I get on Twitter.com and I see folks saying that he's not a good quarterback and that he is just a system quarterback and you can plug and play anybody in that system and they're exactly what they are. And then now I got to overcompensate a bit. If everybody was just rational about Brock Purdy, he's a good to very good quarterback in a good system with a lot of good players, and he's a big piece and he's just as big. He's as big of a piece as anybody else is on that team in their success. I'd be fine. I would be much more calm and settled, but now I have an agenda to push.
And my feeling on him is a lot of the same. I think he is a good quarterback. I don't think he's great. Like Brandon said, he has a lot of good guys around him, but he is playing well. Like I'm not trying to take that away from him. But when we get into the conversation of talking about him being the MVP of the NFL, there's where you lose me. Because if he gets drafted by any other team, he's probably not starting for half of them, first of all.
But you could say that about any quarterback because, like, if he doesn't get drafted by X team, there's a chance he's X. You know what I mean? Like, so it goes both ways. Like, you'd be drafted into a good situation, you'd be drafted into a bad situation. Patrick Mahomes drafted into a good situation where they had an established quarterback in front of him. They were able to let him sit a year, one of the best coaches of all time in Andy Reid, and they were able to build that team on his rookie contract to get him in this position to go to 4 Super Bowls in 5 years.
But still on any other team, just as good. Like, you put him with the Ravens or the Bills or the Dolphins, like no one's talking about him being an MVP, I don't think.
I mean, he was in the MVP conversation, I want to say, up to at least the Baltimore Ravens game. But guys, back me up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I'm not saying there was slim pickings. I'm not disagreeing with you there, but I mean, Brock Purdy, it was between Lamar, Brock, and Jalen Hurts for some reason.
In my mind, you can't give them NFL MVP. He's not even the best player on his team.
Yeah, and I think it's also very soft here for the MVP, where it lets a guy like Brock Purdy sneak in there. And credit where credit's due. That's a good point. If somebody from the Niners is going to win it, it's probably not Brock Purdy. But look, I got a question for you. I've been asking my Chiefs friends or my Chiefs acquaintances. I can't really consider them my friends this week if they're Chiefs fans. Do you ever think about what would have happened if the Chiefs had drafted Deshaun Watson instead of Patrick Mahomes? Because I think about that quite a bit.
I do too, because I was the first one that was real angry about the Chiefs passing on him. But I tell you what, Andy Reid in the draft just does not fucking miss. So,
yeah, I was thinking, because I remember that day, I was working at Best Buy. I'm like, they traded all those picks to pass on Deshaun Watson? And then eventually it sat in. We're like, oh, they know something I don't, and they very much the case. Because I don't know, we're probably gonna have the same conversation about Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud here in a few years, because I think they're both very talented quarterbacks. But like if Deshaun Watson gets Andy Reid in that favorable situation like Pat did, do they still go to 1 million Super Bowls?
I don't think so.
I don't know, because he still had the off-field issues. So it's hard to know if that still would have been a problem. But
I don't think you would have wanted to been touched by those massage therapists in Kansas City. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I would just
barbecue sauce all over their hands, rubbing them down.
I would also assume if he got drafted by the Chiefs that he still marries, that Deshaun gets to marry Brittany Mahomes. So I would assume that it would be Patrick Mahomes who would get caught in everything's flip flop for them.
Vice versa, I would love to know how much Patrick's career changes if he goes wherever he goes else
If
outside
he
of
went to the
Kansas City.
Broncos, he would be out of the league already.
Dude,
Who, Patrick Mahomes?
in the
Yeah.
XFL.
Yeah, he would have sat. He would have sat behind fucking Brock Osweiler, and Brock Osweiler would just thrown to the back of his center 10 times, and Patrick Mahomes would have never saw the field.
I don't know
Yeah.
about all that, but because if you can play, you can play. Like, and that'll shine through eventually. But
I was more so
Like-
saying that the Broncos are so bad at mismanaging quarterbacks.
Yeah,
oh,
Yeah, it's-
okay.
Well, and it's the same Bozos will bring up how the Broncos passed on Josh Allen. Like, brother, he would not be with the Broncos today if they had drafted him instead of Bradley.
Dude,
Chubb.
people
actually,
forget.
I kind of think you would, dude. John Elway.
No
I
shot.
see the John Elway comps, and I'm like, I get excited. He was like, we could have had him.
People forget coming out, Josh Allen was like not considered a great passer, and people were not high on him for the first.
I didn't want him. I thought
Exactly.
we were gonna fuck it up.
I thought he was
I was
like, brother,
I
you
was one
threw
of
for
the ones
158 yards
selling
against
people.
Iowa. Fuck off, dude. I don't want you on.
I was
I mean, that's a
screaming
legendary
from the
defense. It's always
rooftop.
been a legendary defense. Is why we win the Big Ten West. Go ahead.
I was screaming from the rooftops. Draft Josh Allen,
So was
Broncos,
I.
and these two fucking numpties right here were like, no, no, no. Here we are.
I mean, to be fair, I was also like, I hope they draft Josh Rosen.
Oh,
I was in on Josh Rosen too. I saw that
Oh,
hot
yeah.
tub in the warm room. And I was like, that's my franchise QB,
Yeah.
dude.
So now we've established who's the ball knower out of
Yeah.
these three.
It's the top two, not the fucking bottom two. You guys are
Well, so,
fucking lame. Your
another-
analytics and your stats.
Yeah, another take that I had about that draft was that Sam Darnold was going to be it was so obvious to me that he was going to be the best quarterback in that draft, and now he's the only one to have been to a Super Bowl. So I think I win that one. So
I think that's another situation though. Like if he goes somewhere other than the Jets, I think he's at least a decent quarterback. Same with Zach Wilson. I think he has the tools to be a good quarterback. He just is in a horrible situation with the Jets.
He's also a little immature at times. Like it's not. It's kind of he's had to grow up fast in New York, but you can just tell he's a little immature.
Yeah.
And that's like my whole war I have with the NFL nowadays is we give up on QBs especially so fast. Like, how old is Zach Wilson? 24, 25?
Yeah.
Probably,
He's
yeah, probably
not
about that.
even had, time to grow into the role. Like, if you're going to draft a quarterback, you essentially for the next 3 or 4 years just have to take your lumps with him. I think because there are a
Yeah.
lot of like great
Yeah, but once they get
quarterbacks
to-
that didn't start really producing and winning till like their 30s.
Go ahead, Tyler.
I was just gonna say, but now if you like say they trade him or he just gets released, somebody else picks him up, then you have to spend a year or two just rebuilding his confidence from the shit show that was the Jets. And then you lose
Yeah.
another 2 years. And then by the time he's performing well, then I don't know, he's 30. And I don't know. It's not out of the realm of possibilities, but
well, it's
It
tough because
seems like-
there's so many cases now where like you know right away if he's the
Yeah.
guy. Where like CJ Stroud comes in now, all of a sudden the Texans are a playoff team with Joe Burrow, flipped around the whole franchise in a year. And I mean, Patrick Mahomes, he was special from the get go. And then it's hard to have patience when you draft a guy like Paxton Lynch and now you have to develop him and go through those lumps.
It's just when quarterbacks get to their second contract, it's so hard to build a team around that. You know what I mean? Because they're going to make upwards of 40. I mean, I think the mean right now is 40 million a year. The best are making almost 60. It's like it's tough to build a team like that when your salary cap Matt tops out to like 230, 240.
But it's just like you think about guys like Geno Smith who wasn't good early on and now he's having this resurgence with the Seahawks. It's
over. It's over.
so would
people give up on him way too fast.
would you
I
say
write back.
Geno Smith is better or worse than Brock Purdy?
Right now or when they were the same age. Like
I mean, we haven't even gotten to see
Right
prime
now.
Brock Purdy yet, so you got to go right now.
I would lean Geno Smith.
You're going to be
because-
cursed now.
Just because I think he could do the same things that Brock is doing with the 49ers. Like if they swapped situations, I think it would look probably similar.
So
And I would lean the guy with the more experience.
Geno has 2 good years, or 1 good year, 1 it was decent year. Brock Purdy has 1 good year and a half of a good year because he didn't start the year. So I don't know. I think I'd go with the young guy, actually.
Well, like for future, that was like my question. I don't
Yeah, I
know
mean,
what the
just yeah. I guess I didn't really explain that very well, but he's young, but he sees the game like a veteran quarterback.
absolutely, and I do think he'll be great one day. But again, where I fall off the Brock Purdy wagon is when we start talking about him being an NFL MVP because yes, it was a light year, but I don't think he was anywhere close.
I mean, realistically, if anybody on the team's winning MVP, it's going to be Christian McCaffrey. I mean, that guy was literally did it all. If he would have
Well, yeah,
played,
that's what it
if he could have
should
played defense,
be.
he would have.
But
Yeah, it's
I
not
mean,
though.
that's not.
It's not.
But he's
Yeah.
he's a good quarterback. I'm not saying he's like ass or like doesn't deserve it. He's playing well. He's playing good right now.
Well, what a good, respectable conversation we just had. I'm proud of all of us.
Very
I'm
peaceful.
so mad at it. I want to get on. I want to get to something treacherous real fast. So Tyler, actually, my next question's for you. So we know the key to the Chiefs' success in the playoffs, especially on the road, has been able to run the ball. Isaiah Pacheco, notably runs like he's mad at the ground. That dude just seems to he shoots forward like a cannon, or like a cannonball out of a cannon. He gets 6 yards per carry every single time he touches the ball this playoffs. Do you think the 49ers can do anything to stop him?
Fred Warner. I think he is the guy to just shadow him. And he's just such a good linebacker. I mean, if he gets past the front four, I think Fred Warner cleans him up. Not saying that Isaiah Pacheco isn't good, because you're right, he is very good. But I love Fred Warner. I think he's going to do a lot of great things to stop him in the running game.
I'm going to push back on you there because, I mean, run defense is so much. It's 11 on 11 ball. I mean, obviously it's the game. The game is played that way. But run defense, you have to be really good at every single position. You have to be solid. So, I mean, it's not going to be about Fred Warner. It's going to be about that defensive line being able to hold those double teams just a little bit longer for Fred Warner to fill the gap. It's going to be stuff like that. Do you think the rest of the defense can rally around that?
Yeah, I mean, everybody but Chase Young, I think.
And
that's who I think they're going to try to pick on.
I think if I'm the 49ers, I think I only have him out there on long third downs. Like, I don't trust him to do anything on the field, unfortunately, because he can, like, he has all the tools to be such a great pass rusher and great defensive end. He just doesn't do it, it seems. And obviously, it's way easier for me to sit here and talk about it than to actually do it. But just some of the
lazy.
Yeah, the effort that you see from him sometimes, it's like, what are you doing?
Tape don't lie. And like that effort he showed in the NFC Championship game, I mean, that's why you didn't get your second contract with the team that drafted you. That's why you're probably not going to get re-signed with the 49ers. You have to show effort. You have to fucking want it because those guys want it. They've been practicing all year for this. You showed up halfway through, born on third base. You better fucking play your heart out.
Yeah, and I think they're better off having old man Randy Gregory out there on those first, second downs, and even the close third downs, than to have Chase Young out there.
Brooke, question.
Go for it.
Who has the better tight end?
I mean, blocking, probably 49ers, but receiving, I'm taking Kelsey all day.
I would agree.
Yeah, I would agree too. But George Kittle, he's killer in the passing game too. I was hoping you just say George Kittle and we just been over there and done with.
Well, it's easy to catch passes when you're the fourth best pass catcher on your team.
That's fair.
So,
but with Travis Kelce, everyone else drops balls, so it makes every single catch he has that much more crucial.
And he gets doubled like a motherfucker too. So, what are we talking about?
Is he going to retire after this game, you think?
He's getting old.
How do you feel about that?
End of an era.
I mean, if we win and he goes out on top, obviously it'll suck, but I won't be like upset or anything because we've gotten a lot out of him. So
yeah,
he's earned the right to retire, with all the injuries he had at the beginning of the year and, kind of battled through, and he wasn't really producing towards the middle and a little bit towards the end of the year. He's racked up a lot of mileage. So I don't think if he plays after this year, it's one, maybe two more max. So that's why I'm not really shocked if he does retire after this.
Okay.
Do you think if he's gone, like if they kind of know that he's going to leave, do you think they trade up to try to get Brock Bowers?
Ooh, I would be so happy with that.
That'd be
Because
so annoying.
If you look at, especially this year, he's like the only reliable pass catcher on that team. I mean, I know Rice has come along slowly but
Leaves the
surely.
NFL in yak.
Yeah, but he's like the only guy that you can throw it to. Well, this year he's had some drops, but more often than not, you throw it to him, he's going to catch it. Travis Kelce. So with the way that your receiver room looks, I think that would be quite a big hit, depending on what they do in free agency and in the draft.
And I think I've been saying this all year. The Chris Jones situation really derailed how money was spent in the offseason because they kept thinking they were going to get a deal done and it didn't. And by that time, like when they had the money to spend, it was already, we were week 1, week 2. So kind of dropped the ball there with the whole Chris Jones thing. I think they will take at least 2 or 3 receivers in the draft just because you have to with how bad our receiving room's been. But I would be real fucking happy if we traded up for Brock Bowers.
You have to pay a lot because I think you'd have to trade it with the Chargers probably or before the Chargers. So you're thinking
It just depends
5?
with – yeah, I don't know, man, because people are saying J.J. McCarthy is going to be the first quarterback taken, and I don't fucking
Who
see
the
that.
fuck is saying that?
And it's gonna be Spencer Rattler, and it's gonna be the fucking Broncos. They're gonna trade up to number 1 just to draft Spencer Rattler. It's gonna happen. It's already set in stone.
I thoroughly hope Spencer Rattler goes to the Broncos and wins a Super Bowl just so I can find all these recordings of you guys talking shit on him.
No, it's all that's playing in my head is the time I called him ugly on your guys' other podcast.
Yeah. Especially Tyler. Tyler hates it.
I do. I dislike him very much.
I think he got very much humbled in college, and that's exactly what he needed.
Well, especially after he lost that offensive coordinator, Marcus Satterfield. It seemed like he really took a step back. So
Fuck
I'd be
Satterfield.
excited to.
So did Marcus Satterfield. So
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah. Speaking of Nebraska, shout out Matt Rule. He would have drafted Brock Purdy. Promise. Cross my
who do you
heart.
think the Husker coach would be today if he had gotten to draft Brock Purdy? Because he would still be with the Panthers. They'd be in the playoffs. They might even be in the Super Bowl.
It'd be Matt
give me
Rule.
both.
You're tweaking.
Let's go, dude.
They would have -1 wins if that's who they drafted.
But also a quick note: top 25 signing class for the old skirt.
18.
Yeah,
That's nice, actually.
exciting. I think the 4th best. I think in the Big Ten.
Yeah, 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
Hey, Iowa will always have Caitlin Clark, though, to fall back on. So
She's nice.
Yeah, when she's not
She's
assaulting
awesome.
innocent fans.
Shut
Yeah,
the
when she's
fuck
not in
up.
prison.
I'm not. No, we're not fucking doing this today. You guys are out of your goddamn minds. Relax. Relax.
She's a criminal,
Assault,
dude.
Prison.
All right, guys. I want to start talking about props because I'm really excited about it. But before we do, I want you guys can take a second to think about it if you want, because I'm kind of putting you on the spot here. I want what's your one key aspect, phase, player, area of the game that you think is going to make the biggest impact? I can go first to give you guys a second to collect your thoughts. I mean, and it could be obvious too, because mine's going to be very obvious. I think turnovers are going to be absolutely fucking crucial. Historically, teams that win the turnover battle are 30-3 in the Super Bowl. And Brock Purdy, young guy, it's going to be first time in the big game. It's going to be, the lights are going to be bright. It's going to be shiny. He can't turn the ball over. He has to play the same clean ball he's played all year. I don't know if he can do it, to be honest, but that's going to be the key. That's going to be my key to this game, personally. Tyler, go next.
I think it's going to. Part of me wants to say, both teams can't be too cute, because you see that with the Chiefs sometimes. They try to be too cute, and then something happens. You can see that with the 49ers sometimes as well. But my gut is telling me it's going to be the run game. Whoever can run the ball is going to win that game.
Okay. Solid. Brooke, you?
for me, I wholeheartedly believe it's going to be the matchup of the Chiefs secondary versus the 49ers receiving core. because if they're slinging the ball around, it's going to open the gate for the 49ers run game and this, that, and the other thing. You let Purdy get comfortable, but if they can kind of rattle him early, I don't think there's going to be a comeback like he pulled off against Green Bay.
And
Brooke just left off on is exactly what I was thinking. It seems like the last two games against the Packers and the Lions, Brock Purdy was not good in the first half. And, I mean, you can get away with it, I guess, when, your defense steps up in the way that they did against the Lions. And but he was able to just be good enough against the Packers to make it work. I don't think that you're going to be able to get away with that against the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes on the other side. I also hope that, it feels like to me every step of the way that the lights have felt so bright because you have Patrick Mahomes on the other sideline that the other teams have just shriveled up to it. I don't think that we saw a very good Bills team. I don't think we saw a very good Ravens team. And especially in that Ravens game, it felt like they bailed from their game plan so early because the Chiefs got that first touchdown. Like, oh well, I guess we have to win in a shootout. Like, brother, there's 8 minutes left in the first quarter. You can still run the football with your running back like you've done all year. So I think that's a non-negotiable if you're going to beat the Chiefs.
excellent. I mean, great analysis, guys. I liked it. That was some good ball talk. Good ball talk. I like it. All right, now moving on to the fun part. By the way, I will be starting the narrative if the Chiefs win that they had the easiest path to the playoffs that they ever had. They had a feeling sorry for themselves. Dolphins team playing in sub-zero temperatures. You had a Bills team that was without Matt Milano. We keep talking about Matt Milano. He still wasn't there. And then you had a Ravens team who I'm going to work on the Ravens. I'm going to work on the Ravens, but just know that it's work.
Best year they've ever had. Have the NFL MVP. Yeah.
John Harbaugh just didn't want to show up his brother. He wanted him to be able to relish in his championship.
Yep. That's what it was. That's what it was.
You're tweaking.
All right. So how we're gonna do this is with some friends we do like this prop betting sheet. I'm just gonna go through. I'm gonna go through this entire list. You guys are gonna give me some answers. Tell me what you think, and then if you guys have any other props you want to throw in or like you guys like, just let me know. So start off with number one. The national anthem, sung by Reba McEntire, will be over or under a minute 26.
Brooke, you've been doing the research. You got to let me know.
What does the tape say?
It's only Thursday, so my mind can drastically change on this. But I was looking back to her younger tapes when she was singing the anthem, and she was not holding those notes or dragging it out. I'm going under. I'm thinking she's older. Crazy. She's older. She ain't got the pipes anymore. I'm going under.
I want to say last year it was 150 something. The over under. So it's 30 seconds lower.
It just depends on the person, like with those pauses, and I guess I don't know.
I would say this is a big game, so she's gonna want to show everybody up, hold those notes as long as her little lungs can. Give me the over.
She was that young girl hooking in the street. She didn't want to, but she had to,
She was a single mom who was just working too hard, dude. She ain't got that kind of time.
Brandon, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll trust the tape here. I'll trust Bookie Brooke. Give me the under. I don't have any.
I want to say that we're 4 days out, and my mind could change about a lot. So
here. I hope I change your mind here with this stat because I also looked into it. I looked it up. So apparently the average national anthem sung at major sporting events, especially the Super Bowl, is 116 seconds. 116 seconds translates to about 14 seconds. Wait, actually, 120 seconds. Translates about 4 seconds less than 2 minutes. The over-under rate here is a minute 26. So that's 34 seconds less than you get it. 30 seconds less than the mean time.
In my stupid fucking brain, that's telling me Vegas is baiting me to take the over. So I want to take the under even more.
Actually, I like that. You can't fucking get in my brain, Vegas.
Yeah, bullshit. You can't bullshit a bullshitter.
Yeah. So I took the over, and this one, I think it is going to be over. Basically for the reasons Tyler said, and also for the research that I did. It just makes more sense to me that she's going to be belting it out. I love it. I can't wait.
I can't wait for a 45-second national anthem.
Let's go, dude.
Say, can you see? by the Vons Early Light.
She's just flying through.
She turns into a rap too. She's fucking rapping like Young Thug out there. The coin flip will be heads or tails.
Tails.
Heads.
Tails.
Heads.
All right, so we're kind of just split here. I like it.
Listen, and
Tails never fails. That's my only thing.
You have to pick one when you're young and stick with it until you die. You can't flip flop.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Tails never fails, dude.
Bullshit. Dude, I think
True.
actually Tails has hit like the last 7, so heads is due.
Ooh, it is due.
We're due.
Shit. It's still Tails.
All right.
They're gonna keep their run going.
Yeah, you never want to fade the streak, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that being said, heads.
Okay, number 3, the first offensive play will be a run or a pass.
Run.
93's got to let him know it's got to be a pass.
That's crazy.
Run a pass. Let them know.
Run a pass. Pass.
I'm gonna go run as well. I think 6 out of the last 7 Super Bowls, the first play has been a run. So, I mean, that means passes due. Passes due.
I can feel it. Brock Purdy drops back. Pick.
I'd cry. I'd be in shambles.
I mean, it couldn't be worse than Peyton Manning, this ball sailing over his head with the very first play of the Super Bowl. It literally could not get worse than that. By the way, that's a prop in there. It's like plus 500,000 safety first play of the game.
That would be something.
All right. So wait, run for me, run for Tyler, run for Brandon.
Yep.
And pass for Brooke. Okay. The first team to score will be the Chiefs or the Niners.
So, if the Chiefs if the Chiefs score first, I think they win the game. So I have to pick the 49ers.
I'll say the 49ers too.
Does a field goal count, or has it got to be a touchdown?
Field goal counts. First team to score.
Give me the Chiefs.
Okay. And Tyler, I wholeheartedly agree with you that if the Chiefs score first, they're going to win the game, and you're going to start to see a trend happening. And I apologize for it, boys. I think the first team to score will be the Chiefs.
Love it.
God. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's
Welcome
sad.
to Chiefs
It's
Kingdom,
sad.
bro.
No, it's going to get more sad, and it's going to get more sad. It's going to be sad. All right, number 5. All right, I'm going to give you guys a list. I'll name them out: A, B, C, D, E, F. There's a few of them, so just pay attention. The first player to score, other than a QB, will be A, Deebo Samuel. I forgot his fucking first name for a second. A, Deebo Samuel. B, Brandon Ayuk. C, Christian McCaffrey. D, Travis Kelce. E, Isaiah Pacheco. Or F, Rashid Rice. Tyler, you go first. Thank you.
A, Deebo Samuel, final answer.
Okay. Brandon, you go next.
Travis Kelce.
There's not an other option. There's just those.
So bet not over till one of the listed players scores. So no.
Oh, then give me Rashid Rice.
Honestly, they're going to do some goofy ass shit where Deebo Samuel takes the pitch from Christian McCaffrey, then back to Brandon Ayuk, then back to Deebo Samuel down the sideline for the touchdown. I think it's going to be some stupid shit like that.
That'd be insane. But then, that would that not be getting too cute with it?
It would be, but I think that's what's going to
happen. So the way I see it playing out, very first drive, the Niners are going to go 3 and out. Chiefs get the ball, 35-yard line. They just run it down their fucking throats. Like 8 straight run plays. They throw a little they throw a little bubble screen in there, and then Isaiah Pacheco just 12-yard gain into the end zone. It's going to be easy. That's how I see it. That's how I envision it happening.
I love it.
Like I said,
I'm here.
A lot of sad. It's sad. No, it's sad. It's depressing. It's tough being up here. The first non-offensive score will be A, an interception, B, fumble, C, kickoff, D, punt, F, safety. Boys?
Interception.
I'm going to go interception. Yeah.
Pick 6?
Yeah.
I think I went interception as well, but a scoop and score, I could see it too. That'd be kind of nice. Like a second half scoop and score, first play of the second half.
Like he did against the Eagles.
Sure.
Hell yeah,
I
brother.
don't even know who. I don't even know who he is.
Yeah, because you don't know ball. Way to expose yourself.
All right. Team leading at halftime will be, or it can be tied. Okay.
I'll say the Niners just because the football gods like to give me hope, and that would give me some hope just so they could crush it in the second half.
I'm gonna say Chiefs and or tied.
No, you can choose one. That's kind of what we're doing here.
So I'll take the Chiefs or the Tide or the 49ers.
I can see the, yeah, I can see the Niners.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll go with tied.
I also went with tied, much like you were saying, Brandon, that's my hope, is that the 49ers will be tied. It's like, oh, okay, no, we got them in the second half. No, the Chiefs are inevitably going to win. Moving on to the halftime show. Usher's first song will be
OMG.
A, You Make Me Wanna. B, My Way. C, You Remind Me. D, Yeah. E, OMG. F, Other. Tyler, you think OMG?
Yeah.
I think
We're going to get the party started.
I think it's OMG or yeah, but I think Tyler.
Gotta let it burn. Gotta let it burn, baby.
Fuck Tyler. I'm going yeah. Yeah, would be
Wow.
electric.
I'll go yeah too. Mostly because I don't know many other Usher songs.
Uncultured
So
swine.
Yeah, that's.
I went with Other because I feel like I have more and more, especially the recent years, been really disappointed with like the songs that they come out, that they have for their set list. Like I was like, it doesn't really make any sense to me. Last year kind of proved that. So yeah, I went Other. I don't really know what it's going to be. It's probably gonna be something super obscure. That like a bunch of people. My Boo.
I think they're going to get the party started, so it's got to be yeah or OMG.
Yeah, but that's what I thought last year. And then who did it last year? Please remind me.
Rihanna.
Well, I thought she was going to come out to like Umbrella or something like that, or just fucking it didn't happen.
Well, I feel like if you have the kind of bag that Rihanna has, you can kind of ease into it with something more obscure, and then you get into your. I don't know if Usher's bag is that deep. I think you kind of have to get it started to not lose everybody. So
and also Rihanna was on some. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about anything.
What? YMOND.
Is a place to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Agreed.
Right,
but we're all on the same page.
The last team to score will be
the Chiefs.
It's the 49ers.
Oh yeah, probably a garbage time touchdown when they're down 17. I like that. Give me the 49ers.
I'll take the Chiefs.
I have the Chiefs as well. The last scoring play will be a touchdown, field goal, or safety.
Field goal.
Touchdown.
Field goal.
I had field goal too. And the winning team, I think I know who everyone on this podcast is going. Tyler, San Francisco. Brooke, who?
I can't tell if he's frozen or if he's just fucking.
He's doing his best AJ Hawk impression.
You know why I'm here.
He's just nodding and smiling.
You know why I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking the Chiefs like a fucking scumbag, dude. Do you ever get tired of just being the worst person on earth?
I don't know. It's pretty fun.
Fair enough. All right, Brandon, who do you think?
I'll take the Niners.
I said the Chiefs, unfortunately, just cementing that fucking dagger.
What a scumbag, dude. Fucking loser. Fuck, dude. Picking the Chiefs.
The MVP will be
Christian McCaffrey.
Kadarius Toney.
Just by not showing up in the Chiefs.
I swear to God, he's gonna score a touchdown, and it's gonna piss me off like no other.
It would be the best fucking revenge story if Kadarius Toney went for like 150 yards receiving on like 8 catches and 2 touchdowns. Would be
you saw what he said at media day, right? He's like, "I'm the best receiver if you get me the ball." So they're like, "All right."
They threw you the ball. You kept fucking dropping it. What are you talking about?
There's not.
But that wasn't the right play.
No,
he's gonna have an absolute legacy.
Dude, he did do good in the last Super Bowl. So that's.
He actually fucked up. He fucked up in the last Super Bowl because he lined up on the wrong side of the field. Just The Eagles just were stupid.
Huh. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the NFL Films thing, whereas like they were going to run the same play to the same side of the field, but Tony went to the wrong side for some reason for his second touchdown, and they just fucking threw it his way anyway because he was wide open.
Interesting.
All right, so the end of my sheet, tiebreak, final score of the Super Bowl. I'll tell you my logic. I'm thinking it's going to be pretty tight. The Niners will keep it within 3. I'm thinking 24-24. Chiefs kick a last-minute field goal, go up 27-24. That's my final. So my total score is 51.
I'll go 50. Just everything Brett said, but one less.
-1.
I'm going 35-28.
63?
24.
No, 56.
24-13. I think it's a slobber knocker. Real low scoring.
I love that slobber knocker. I always love barn burner too. It's like, oh man, this game's so good. I can't wait to go burn down my barn. That's always one of my favorites. Are there any other props you guys have on your, like, do you guys have any sheets?
I got a
you guys have
couple.
any fun ones? Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, and I don't know where the line should be. Probably pretty high. How many times does Patrick Mahomes roll his eyes at the officials? I would say at least 2.5.
Yeah, we turn that into a drinking game. Hey, do you want to die? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Patrick Mahomes can.
Wait, you give it to me at 5.5, and I'd take the over.
How many? What's the over/under on Broncos fans being absolutely down bad in their own piss Sunday?
We're not fucking talking. We're talking about the Super Bowl, Brooke, the big game. We're not talking about the Broncos.
Well, that's where this is going.
No,
Nobody even likes the Broncos here. Don't look over Tyler's shoulder at all. Tyler, scoot over.
Dude, we're on the Super Bowl, baby. Yeah. I don't care. The Broncos don't exist right now. Don't care.
Hell yeah, brother. I mean, they didn't exist the other 11 months this year, so.
Well, we did win a Super Bowl this year, so.
How so?
We beat the Chiefs.
Oh, they beat the Chiefs. First time in 8 years. I'm happy for you guys.
Thank you.
Brandon, do you have any more?
Yeah, so the second one's a little bit more in good faith, but it's also going to be, the Super Bowl is also going to be on Nickelodeon. So I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on the MVP, which typically goes to the losing quarterback, unless
they don't do that anymore. It has to be from the winning team.
No, well, it had to be from the winning team last year because the Rams were just blowing out the Broncos. There was no chance to vote for Russell Wilson, so they took them off the board. I think if it's a close game, they have to keep both teams on.
So in the past, Big Cat and Barstool Sports have hijacked that vote, which is why we see the losing quarterback win. So I could see that the Chiefs win, that they just hijack the vote again and just give it to Kadarius Toney. So Kadarius Toney's my pick for MVP.
That would be fucking awesome.
He's just in street clothes, just fucking getting slimed. This fucking trophy.
Give it to Trent Williams.
Ooh, yeah, but do you think those fucking idiot kids are gonna know what that is?
Yeah, no shit.
What he's all
about?
That
guy's big. Wow, he must
according to some NFL executives, he might be too big to be on the franchise.
Now,
that was crazy, by the way. Did you see that Vrabel story?
You know what I meant by that. You see the Drake video?
I mean, some guys just got it.
Those black bars around your face couldn't even cover that thing up.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
I saw, dude, some of the tweets I was seeing were so funny. Somebody photoshopped his dick into a bottle of Josh wine, and he said he's draking his Josh. Another one, it said Toby Keith dies on February 6th. Drake's dick leaked on February 6th. Welcome back, Toby Keith.
What an awful thing to come back as your second life.
Actually,
yeah, I'd argue it's actually a blessing to reincarnate as
should have been a cowboy.
Yeah,
he might be more famous as Drake's dong than Toby.
Yeah.
What was that?
What a man!
What a man! Brandon, go ahead.
I got nothing.
How about over under 56 seconds of total camera time for Taylor Swift?
Under.
Over.
I mean, it's been under 30 seconds the whole time.
Yeah.
But now it's the big game,
Now all of a
baby.
sudden
I saw last week last game it was 48, but yeah, it's still not a high number. That's why I think 56 is a good over under. But yeah, I can see it being way under. Because...
Unless they do like a long ass story on her, I don't see it going over.
Oh, she came back from Tokyo just for this event. Wow. It's going to be like a 45-second segment before the game even starts.
Oh.
Well, then she needed milk, so she took her plane from Las Vegas to Henderson.
Yeah, 13-minute flight. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, from St. Louis to St. Louis. That was insane.
Oof.
So I'll always defend my girl Taylor Swift. And like I'll point out the fact that flight was after she sold the plane, and it was probably just like a maintenance demo flight or whatever. I want to throw that out there.
Again, that makes sense.
Yeah. But the memes are very funny, and I
phenomenal,
that in good faith. And I'm very excited for her album.
Brandon, how do you feel about the allegations of Travis Kelce's drops can be attributed to Taylor's little butt cheeks?
I'll never blame Taylor Swift for anything, and that's truly one of the
specifically that little butt cheeks.
You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh man.
I'll see like a video where like it starts off Taylor Swift and then it eases into Brock Purdy or Lamar Jackson as like a hype video. I can't even get behind that. No Taylor Swift slander in my household.
Listen, we all deserve all those grannies. It's not her fault. It's not her fault that the NFL uses and abuses her to get more ratings. Yeah. It's not her fault.
I know. Yeah, she's in her mid-30s. She's going to the game, having fun with all of her friends. Like she's just being a normal person. Everyone's just fucking hating on her because the camera goes to her. Camera goes to some idiots in the crowd, but nobody fucking shits on them.
You know how much screen time Tommy DeVito's agent got?
Yeah, way more than her.
True. He even got some interviews, dude, out of it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. What a loser that guy is.
They could have gotten interviews too, but
too famous for that shit.
Yeah, true. Guys, if you don't mind, I don't know if you guys can pull up any sports books. Can you at all?
Yeah.
So I want to go through some of my favorite specials that I'm seeing. I'm just going to get it started. So I'm on FanDuel. These are FanDuel Super Bowl specials. My favorite one, this is a fucking lock. I saw it at 220 earlier. I can't believe I didn't take it. It's plus 150. Patrick Mahomes and Brock Purdy to combine for 50-plus rushing yards. That's the easiest bet of all time. If you want to make money, if you want more than double your money, that's the one to take.
I'll be taking the opposite for that logic.
And Brooke's going to lose money. Well, that's okay. You can't win everything. You'll win the Super Bowl, but lose your fucking money.
Oh.
Brooke, we got to make a trip over to the old casino.
Your hometown?
Yeah.
What, dude? Why don't you claim your hometown?
Yeah, what's wrong with Council Bluffs, dude?
I said yes.
But then you said you fucked
said
it.
You seemed like upset about it.
Yeah,
because I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do.
What was I trying to do? Yes.
You're such a piece of garbage.
I saw a stat today that Pat Mahomes plays really well in domes, and in like 23 games, he's only thrown 2 picks. So give me the under on his INTs.
I love this Patrick Mahomes and Brock Purdy combined for 50-plus rushing yards. I love that.
Well, that's dumb.
But is there a but there?
No, I love it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I love it too because they're going to be scrambling. Like, like we saw Brock Purdy scramble for fucking 32 yards on his own. I'm sure. Yeah, 32 yards. We're going to say 32 yards. I mean, that's half the yards right there. We're good.
I thought it was like pretty close to
I would feel much more comfortable taking that bet if like roughing the passer penalties counted for it. Then I think it clears easy with Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, because he's bitches and moans. Yeah. He is going to lead the game with the most roughing the passes after an incomplete pass. You know what I mean? So he throws an incompletion, then they throw the flag, and then it's roughing the passer. Come on, man! They got at me. Get him out of here.
Some about Trent McDuffie at plus 20,000 for Super Bowl MVP is staring me right in the face.
Well, I also saw one Trent McDuffie to return an INT for a TD and the Chiefs to win exactly by 6. That's plus 50,000. I kind of want to take that just for the odds.
I'm seeing some so Travis Kelce to score the first touchdown and Rashee Rice to score the last touchdown. Can you just imagine how stressful this game would be if Travis Kelce scored the first touchdown and you're just sitting on this the entire game?
For the people who think the NFL is scripted, if you truly believe that, then you have to take Travis Kelce first touchdown.
You see, I don't know. Well, it depends who wins and whether or not I believe it's scripted or not. But I've just seen the Chiefs play so much that that to me feels like something that's very much in play.
I also just don't understand how the 49ers are favorites. Jesus.
They were the 1 seed. The Chiefs weren't. That's my only logic. That's the only way I could see it. Because I hear you. Because why wouldn't the reigning champions be the favorite? Because now you're just giving more fuel to the Chiefs. And I keep seeing how if they're underdogs, they do nothing but win.
Mm-hmm. It would be
actually it's
irresponsible to not take Kadarius Toney first touchdown,
and that's why I'm betting on the Chiefs because I'm not going to miss another opportunity to see Patrick Mahomes at plus money and not fucking take that because I didn't do it against the Ravens. I'm not going to not do it against the 49ers.
For you guys, it's very smart because you can emotionally hedge. Where if you're wrong, you're happy because as a Broncos fan, the Chiefs lost, but if they win, you make money off of it.
Yeah, if they win, I'm setting fire to that money. I don't care about it.
Well, you don't have to do that. You could give it to charity or something. I don't know.
I love a good emotional hedge, and I've never been happy to win one. I've bet on the Hawkeyes to beat the Huskers. That's always made me sick. In fact, that was like one of my 2 sports bets I was able to place this year, and it fucking killed me. When the 2 or 3 years I lived in Iowa when sports betting was legal, I put in a good future for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl and was very excited when that did not come through. Even though I lost the money, so.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck the Chiefs.
I mean, I would do that every year if I was in a legal state.
Tyler, here's one that you'll like based on your analysis earlier. Deebo Samuel to record a 30-plus yard rush, plus 950. That's not bad odds. Throw a half unit on it.
That's a lot of yards.
Yeah.
I mean, just break one, you know?
Yeah,
just break one.
Oh, you just got to get one. You just got to get one. That's how they
just call up Deebo and say, hey, Brett Sprinkles said you just got to break one.
Just break one, dude. You got it. I believe in you. You break one. Here's another one. Travis is all too well. Travis Kelce to score a touchdown in the first 10 minutes of the game. That's fucking cheeky, and it makes me want to unload my bank account on it at plus 1,000.
Are we talking game time or are we talking
so up until if he scored a touchdown any time before the 5-minute mark of the first quarter, then the bet hits and he's all too well Taylor's version. All too well Travis's version.
Just at that point, just bet him first touchdown.
But first touchdown is not going to be plus 1,000, is it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's probably like 500. I don't know.
Yeah.
800.
I will say one anytime TD I like is Rashee Rice. I know it's been a lot of pundits have been talking about it, but I really like it.
It's plus 700. Travis Kelce first touchdown, so it's not far off.
I honestly do both of those bets.
Yeah,
you could
or you could double dip losing.
Okay, Brooke.
But if you're only putting a half unit on each, like you still make.
What's up?
I have $100 in my account, so let's make some damn money.
Let's go, dude.
Let's do it. I've made Tyler a bunch of money last year, and he was very ungrateful.
I was not ungrateful. I said thank you. What the hell?
Crazy.
Brooke, you gonna make me some money?
No, he doesn't do that anymore. Trevor ruined it.
God damn it, dude.
Yeah,
all I know was at the bachelor party, Brooke was really cagey about the bets he was on, and it fucking kind of pissed me off.
Because Trevor was being an asshole about it.
Mm-hmm.
What else is new? I'm gonna go get another beer. Keep talking.
Brooke, what do you think of what do you think of a dynasty fantasy football league? Are you in? Do I have your support?
I'm in too, but I would happily be in yours if you wanted me to.
Let's go.
Wait for what? Oh, dynasty.
Yeah.
Dude, I will say the only thing that annoys me is that like every day I get a text from someone like as soon as this fantasy season ended this year, people are making trades and like it's every day because you can trade draft picks.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Oh, it's so fucking annoying.
That would be so bad.
It's February and I'm getting fucking trade offers like nobody's fucking business.
Yeah, see
What if
that's the shit that gets me.
What if I just hoard draft picks? Do you think that's okay?
Yeah,
Like I
that's
have
where
3 people on my roster, and I just have 18 draft picks.
shout out Spencer. His team was real bad. He realized it halfway through the year, and now he has picks 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the first round.
I love it.
So, but you're just drafting rookies, right? Or rookies
Yeah.
and free agents?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think he ultimately wants Marvin Harrison and a quarterback, but I don't know if he'll get that.
Rooting for him.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's another wrinkle that I just never – I don't have a lot of experience with, and I just can't wait for it to fail miserably.
Someone traded me Bijan for Jamar Chase, and I was like, absolutely, I'll take him.
I really like
Bijan.
Jamar Chase.
I mean, that's a long play, it seems like.
Yeah.
He wasn't
I'm trying
that
to get
great this year.
younger. I was a little on the old side this year.
No, it's a good place.
How long have you been in it?
This is my first year.
Okay.
But I had Eckler and Pollard who just fell off a cliff in the
Ugh.
second half of the year.
Yeah, it's tough.
I still got second place in the league with everybody else that I had. So,
Well, boys, I don't have any other gambling. Does anybody else have any other bets that they're looking at?
I do not.
No.
I like the over, obviously. My total was 51. I think the total for this game is set at 40. Let me double check.
I feel like
47 and a half. I like the over.
I kind of like the under. I think the biggest sucker bet of the weekend will be McCaffrey's over on rushing yards.
Hi, Sophia.
Hi.
Caffrey's over under on rushing yards. Yeah.
I just don't see him
I like
going
the
crazy.
over on his receiving yards.
Yeah, if you're going to – I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because he hasn't been running the ball that effectively during the playoffs. So, I mean, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
It's
Well,
going
it's
to
'cause
be
they've been
dumb high.
down.
I mean, unless you think the 49ers blow them out, then go for it. But
Yeah. What about anytime touchdown? Do you like him in this game?
if you're going to bet McCaffrey, I'd bet him to score 2 because that's always what he fucking does.
Yeah.
Do you think
Better
it'd be
odds.
1 rushing, 1 receiving, or 2 receiving? What do you think?
One throwing.
One
Would that
who?
count?
1 throwing? No.
Yeah.
You have to run it. You have to, no. You have to,
Oh,
you have-
yeah.
Yeah.
True. Unless it's said in the bet passing counts, you'd add that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of each, but if you wanted to get specific, or you could just take him to score 2+ or 3+.
I mean, I kind of
Why not
talked myself
4?
into him getting a passing touchdown now. Is that on there?
No, but one of my favorite things to put $1 on is QB to catch a touchdown because I'm gonna hit on that one time. One of these
One
days,
time.
I'm gonna
Just
fucking
gotta hit
on it.
once.
Yeah,
And it pays
I'm
for all
gonna
the
get
losses.
$1,000 off a
$25.
$1 bet, and I'm gonna be fucking swimming in it. And I'm gonna
I
fucking take
think-
that 1,000, put it back into the game. Live
Let's
bet.
go.
Who was it? My favorite thing to bet
Shout out
now
my financial
is
manager.
the octopus.
Oh, yeah.
The octopus bet. I hit it with someone in the Super Bowl recently. I forget who. OBJ maybe with the Rams. I don't know.
What's the octopus bet?
It's you have to score a touchdown and then score the 2-point conversion.
Oh,
It's a very specific bet, but it did
Mhm.
hit in one of the Super Bowls recently.
Yeah, I think OBJ was the last one to do it.
Okay, that's who it was. Then.
Nice.
Well, moving on. That was a good discussion, guys. I enjoyed it. We got into some
Very
ball
civil.
talk. We had some fun there. Yeah. I guess my only question is, Tyler, does anything piss you off this week? What's pissing you off today?
Nothing yet, but I know that the Chiefs are going to piss me off. They're going to win this game. It's going to piss me off. Then I'm going to have to deal with Brooke, and then he's going to piss me off.
In Trevor Murphy's basement, too.
I'm gonna
It's
be
all going to happen in Trevor Murphy's basement.
Yeah.
respectfully. I'm gonna be in Tyler's ass if the Chiefs win this game. I'm gonna be all up in them Chiefs.
Brandon, what
Also
about
the
you? What's pissing you off this week?
grass,
Go ahead.
yeah. I mean, just what Tyler said is I'm fine now. But my gosh, what a bleak offseason it's going to be.
I think, I don't know. If Brock Purdy doesn't turn the ball over a bunch, the 49ers have the upper hand as of right now. But I understand Mahomes works his magic and the defense is playing well. I'm just very pessimistic because I don't think this is even close to the best Chiefs team we've seen in the last 4 or 5 years. And I'm just waiting for the catastrophic fail.
You see, the problem is that I don't think it matters. I think you're right. This isn't a very good Chiefs team compared to the Tyreek Hill prime TK years, but it doesn't matter. It clearly doesn't matter. It's always the Chiefs.
And the only team you have to thank for this is the Ravens. The Ravens should have beat them by 2 touchdowns, but like you said, abandoned their game plan. They made it a chippy game, made it about everything that it shouldn't have been about, and let them get out of there. I don't know.
You know
Felt
how
like
bad
they
you have
were
to play for me to be watching that game and be like, all right, yeah, that's a fair penalty. Yeah, you can't just smack the quarterback in the face. Fine, you got
that was a bad one.
I thought that was kind of like a one for me thing. You know what I mean? I thought he did that shit on purpose.
I know Tyler was somewhere watching that, like, hell yeah, hit his ass.
I said that out loud. I did say that. So
that wasn't my first thought. My first thought was, how am I going to call Pat Mahomes soft for drawing that penalty? But then, secondary, I was like, I hope he's concussed and forgets.
Got to give him one.
Amnesia, and his arm falls off.
What's wrong with you?
It just sucks. It's tough because that drive came the same. That was the same drive as the headbutt that also gave them a first down.
Yep.
Sad.
Play clean football. Sad. What do you want me to say?
Mm-hmm. So
I've never seen a team get a 15-yard offsides call on them, so that was new.
That was crazy. Smart, but it was weird. Real quick.
Guys. Yeah.
Spin zone for you guys. Are you guys kind of secretly, if the Chiefs do win, you'd be like, well, we beat them this year and they won the Super Bowl, so it's possible.
Hey Brandon, can you do me a favor? Can you send me that? Can you just put that video up that I sent you on Twitter the other day? You don't want to talk about that one, the 13 one, the prophecy. And while you pull that up, guys, we have a new sponsor alert. I forgot all about this. We are sponsored by Tyler Sprinkle and Thrivent Financial. Thrivent, put your future in our hands. So it's nice. Hey, we finally got a sponsor, and one of our sponsors happens to be on the podcast. Congratulations, everybody. We did it.
Heck yeah. For compliance reasons, I did not approve that message, but I cannot control what anybody says about me.
One on the 13th. I turned 13 on Friday.
Wait, hold on. I'll set the stage for this. So she's going to go ahead and explain it, but there's a video making the rounds, and we're all talking about prophecy. You know, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. So I'm going to let this video speak for itself. Brooke, I don't know if you've seen it. Tyler, I don't know if you've seen it. All I know is I've watched it 10 times. I'm ready to go. Please.
I was born on the 13th. I turned 13 on Friday the 13th. My first album went gold in the U.S. in 13 weeks. Every time I've won an award at an award show, I've been seated in row M, which is the 13th letter, or like the 13th seat, or the 13th row, or the 13th section. It's really a good number. Good.
Hell yeah. MVP.
The entire fate of the NFL
MVP.
rests on this man's shoulders.
Hell yeah. It really does, though. I hope he wears that at night. And that's it.
That was a pretty sick edit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I started to get some goosebumps there.
No, the Ravens were making those edits before the AFC.
And I ate all of them up.
Yeah,
Not
but
the
I mean,
ones
they
that-
were really cool, though.
Yeah.
they weren't like, your homegirl Taylor Swift. She's on your team.
But actually,
Talking about the GOAT,
they were.
Brock Purdy.
I mean, it's a real interesting.
He's in a blender
time
right now. He
to
doesn't know
be-
what to say.
It's a real interesting time to be a Chiefs fan because there's a lot of good and bad. Like in the Pat Mahomes family, you have Pat Mahomes Sr. get arrested for drunk driving, but then today, Brittany Mahomes is going to be in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit catalog.
I wanted to bring that up. Can I talk? Can I say something real fast? I'm not trying to be
No.
mean. I actually don't
No.
hate Brittany Mahomes that much. Like I don't hate Brittany Mahomes at all. She seems like a very supportive wife, and she seems like a decent person. It just sucks that she happens to be with my nemesis. Her being the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition kind of makes me understand why Sports Illustrated just went bankrupt, completely bankrupt, and closed doors. Because like that, I mean, like, what are we doing? You didn't need to put Brittany Mahomes in the swimsuit edition. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't sound bitter at all there.
No, I'm not. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. Olivia Culpo should be in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with that, but
But please keep talking about how hard your life is as a Chiefs fan.
it's tough, dude. Everybody's preying on my downfall. I can sense the dirty diaper Tyler's going to have Sunday night.
Better bring a change.
I watched it with you last year. It was fine. No,
I
how
just
soon?
I want to throw it out there. I am a very supportive friend for when the Broncos win.
Yeah, he certainly is, dude. All you fuckers just harp on my teams, and I'm the only supportive friend.
We harp on Trevor's the most. So the fact that you're saying that is some bullshit.
Yeah, but Trevor doesn't even know the players on his team. That's not
fair.
fair.
That's probably why he gets it the worst.
Let's go Mets.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I said this to Tyler the other day. I might have even said it to you the other day, but I'm going to say it again. The Mets are going to win 95 games this year. I saw some projections for Pete Alonso, and
why do you do this to yourself?
I'm in. I'm all in, dude. He's going to be He's projected to be first in the league or second in the league in fucking home runs, third in RBIs, and fucking ninth in on base or OPS. Like, I'm in. I'm all in. That's projected.
Wrong? This is a serious question. What's wrong?
I am a sad, twisted individual who has a dumb brain sometimes, and I can talk myself into anything because I need the dopamine rush.
They're gonna win 65 games.
Okay, Frank. And then
I don't know. I don't think the Cubs are going to be very good either, for what it's worth. So, and Brandon's a Rockies fan, so that's a
no. He's a Mets fan.
Yeah, but at least you get dingers.
Dingers.
Well, it's
I don't know. I said
because I can't even enjoy the dingers because every time that somebody has a good offensive season, he plays in Coors Field.
That's true.
And then they never give any of the pitchers any credit.
You guys play at Coors Field?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So do we.
We did see the Mets play at Coors Field last year.
Wasn't it fun?
It was good.
It was fun for a little bit, and a whole lot of not fun, and then fun for a little bit more, and then a whole lot of not fun.
That's baseball.
I think the Mets ended up they were up 6 at one point, and then they lost.
It was very high scoring from what I remember. It was 15 to 11 they lost or something crazy like that.
Francisco Alvarez hit a home run though.
He did.
Fuck yeah, he did. I'm excited for him too. I think he's gonna have a major season. Next, Yadi Molina next up.
Stop it.
Little bro.
He's gonna hit 230 and he's gonna have 21 home runs.
It's been a nice visit, guys. It's been a nice visit.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Any final thoughts, Brandon?
No. Go Big Red.
Brooke?
Go Big Red. Go Pat
Tyler?
Mahomes.
Go Big Red, but for Nebraska, not the fucking Chiefs.
No, it's too late. You said go Big Red, and it's over. You guys are rooting for the Chiefs, and you guys are fucking showing your true colors.
Well, I mean, nobody in the fucking Chiefs fandom says go Big Red.
Fine.
So
I'll root for the
They do
Chiefs.
say Red Kingdom.
Yeah, they say
Brooke,
very
you got
close.
me. I'll root for the Chiefs this weekend. How about that?
Oh,
Yes,
my heart is
Tyler. Actually, I want you to be Tyler Chief Tyler. I want you to come in the headdress and a jersey. Actually, put on the football pants too. Make sure you have the pads. Make sure the pads too.
Bring me a jersey. Bring me a hoodie. Bring me whatever you got. I'll wear.
I got a Kareem Hunt jersey with your name on it.
Well,
see what he doesn't
that
know is
might
Tyler
impact
is the
you
kiss
there.
of death. Any jersey that Tyler wears, that person will inevitably fall.
Yeah,
off the fucking
have you
cliff.
thought about using that to your
Kareem
advantage?
Hunt isn't.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Never would I let him wear a Pat Mahomes jersey.
Why? You're scared? You scared of a little curse? I thought you guys were so good. You didn't even worry about a
Well,
curse.
Tyler's fucking mush with the jersey thing, so I can't let him do that. You can
sorry,
wear
guys.
Travis Kelsey's because he's probably going to retire, but that's the closest I'll let you get.
Thank you, everybody, so much for listening to another episode of Sunday with the Sprinkles. This was our Super Bowl edition. We're going to be taking a few weeks off after this. I think we'll be back right around Combine time. I think we're going to be dropping this episode this Friday, and then we want to switch up when we release them. I think we want to start releasing them on Sundays. Agreed, Tyler, Brandon? Release on Sundays? Okay. So, look out for that. We'll keep everyone updated. I don't think I have any other announcements to make. Go 49ers. Thank you guys. Wait, what was I saying? Yep, no, that's it. Go to the YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Subscribe. Go follow Brandon Shanahan at Brand the Man? Shan the Man? Okay.
Shanahan.
I say that every week and I always forget it. Brooke, what's your at?
Brooke J. Byrne.
Yeah, if you want the latest Caitlin Clark propaganda, that's the right place to go.
I did have a nice tweet about Caitlin Clark last night. If you want to go check it out,
I'm at Brett Sprinkle 57, and I will not be checking that out. Thank you very much. And Tyler, do you want me to just talk about do you want me to give you a shout out to financial stuff, or is that weird?
I don't think you can consent to that.
Tyler Sprinkle at Tyler Sprinkle on Twitter.
At Tyler Sprinkle on Twitter. If you need any financial advice, go ahead and shoot him a message, especially if you live in Nebraska. Also, anything for compliance reasons, anything I see, he cannot control whatever I say. Cool? All right. Well, hey, thanks again, guys. It's been a fun season. We got to the back half of the season. Can't wait for another full season. Also, I think we're going to have a good baseball season because the Mets winning 95 games is going to be a real boost for the podcast. So thank you, everybody, so much. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the Super.
Iowa and Colorado, though. So
Iowa and Colorado.
But that's just
Virginia soon come?
That's where I live. I live near Iowa and Colorado.
Okay, I got you. In between those two.
Yeah.
Some would say. Okay. Iowa, Colorado, and Nebraska. So it's like the three.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining. We'll see you guys next time.